Hello again. I really took my time with this one, huh? I spent quite a few days trying to grind up to level 30. Because, as you might know, every level that's a multiple of 6, you get +1 to every attribute. And reaching the magical 30 got me up to 23 intelligence, which is what I needed to gain tier 2 of tinkering. And now that I have that, it really opened me up for a power spike, which I actually made good use of. So this is what my gear looks like at this point. Currently having this plastifer cam vest. Has decent resists, and it makes all injectors free. Also have this ganglionic teleprojector. It allows me to mind control robots. Also having this gaslight flissa. It has a higher penetration than what I can do, because I don't have much strength, and for the same reason. I have this vibroblade right here. Now you see it says 4 penetration, but actually as I start to move, it's going to rev up. And it basically has as much penetration as the enemy has armor. So that's really useful. Also have some bounding boots. That really boosts my sprinting speed, which I have found in the last couple days I really desperately need. All the stuff that gives decent XP are rather hard to find in a group. And I also upgraded my chain pistols to these laser guns right here. They are very, very effective. So this is where I left the last time, when the Baratrumite enclave was attacked. Lost a couple people here, so that is unfortunate. But let's see if I can keep the main quest going here. Gibas, I've assessed the losses we suffered in the attack. First and foremost, let us lament the deaths of our friends, Sparafusil, Nick, and Jacobo. The loss to us is incalculable. Oh, they actually lost 3. I only counted 2. Well, really unfortunate. Beyond that, 22 robots perished, no books were burned, no bookshelves were destroyed, no crops were ruined, 34 gadgets were shattered, and 7 pieces of furniture were destroyed. Such tremendous loss. I wonder if more could have been done to prevent it. Yeah, I think what I did wrong there was that I activated the big fuck off droid, and it cost too much power. Probably would have been better off with a couple more laser turrets. Something to consider for next time, probably. For now, thanks for the update. Wow, that's a immediate 10k. And extra rep. Let's see, furthermore, I spoke with Baratrum. He praised your handling of the Earl of Omonporch, and he thanks you for the bravery you exhibited in defending Gridgate. The attack today reminds us, for too long have we put our faith in the isolation of our guild and the preoccupations of the Putus Templar. The looming threat of another attack impels Barathrum to accelerate his plans, and with them, your position in our guild. You are raised to disciple, friend. Barathrum wishes to speak with you immediately. Barathrum himself? Yes, disciple. Take this key and follow the stairs down to his study. He awaits. Alright, let's see what this Barathrum looks like. That's gonna be him. Right here. Nice cozy place he's got. Barathrum the Old. The absurd greebling of age has caused an extra patch of quills to grow where every one quill root had been, so the hunching back of the eldest archbear is now meadowed in white needles of every direction and length. He seems a world in one. A spine crumpled by a chiliad of years still holds a posture of dareness and knowing. Interred beneath scarps of wrinkled skin, his eyes smolder to the horizon like dying suns. Wow, he does really look old. Kind of a Master Splinter kind of way. Pretty neat. He's loved by the Barathrumites, admired by the Gersh for inventing the Barathrum clock, admired by the villagers of Sana for inventing the astrolabe, and hated by the Putus Templar for serving as a counterexample to the tenets of their orthodoxy. Alright. Hello there. Come closer, nestling. Let me look upon your countenance. Otto said you wish to speak with me? I do. Your service to the guild has been laudable, disciple. You braved the vapor of depth of Bethesda Susa and decoded the signal. You secured the spindle grounds and handled the self-appointed Earl, and perhaps most materially, you defended our enclave from the Putus Templar. You know, just a quick aside, now I wonder if anything would have happened if I just left this place when the attack happened and came back later. Would that have broken the main quest? Not like I really care to try it out. See, since you returned from Bethesda, you've no doubt wondered at the signal's contents. Verily, I hid them to shield you from the weight of the truth. Only Otto, Q-Girl, and I bear that burden, but circumstances have changed. The river of time powers the gear train of our schemes and devices, and it rushes forth. From here, I must share the burden. You must know. What is it? Where does the signal come from? And what does it say? The signal is a beacon of welcoming, and it originates from the top of the spindle. And what is the spindle truly? The beacon confirmed my hypothesis. The spindle is an elevator, engineered by the Eaters to convey freight to and from the vault of heaven. So, essentially a space lift. That's neat. You see, nestling, in the earliest aurora of our past, the Eaters of Earth were joined by the great coven of beings that spanned the firmament. But the Eaters succumbed to some terrible temptation, and an injunction was placed on our world. Since then, the stars were silent to us, and our world was left to molder and decay. But something changed. The signal affirms that an entity roosts atop the spindle, and invites us to join it. Dare I say, is the injunction at an end? It's too early to tell, but alas, there could be hope for our world. Okay, what now? I intend to ascend the spindle and answer the call, disciple. My protege Q-Girl has designed a climber for the ascent. We intended to construct it piecewise at the Enclave and the site itself, but the engineering feat exceeds even our capacity. With time, I am confident we could accomplish it, but the Pultus Templar rob us of our patience. We need to act now, and so, as loath as I am to admit it, we need Pax Clank. And who is that? Pax Clank is an eccentric mushroom prodigy. All their faults aside, they are a brilliant scientist and engineer, and I have little doubt that they could build a climber faster than we could. Several years have passed since we were last in contact, but they owe us a debt, and we must now collect. Unfortunately, no one knows Pax Clank's whereabouts. Through contacts I made over the years, I inquired as to their location. The most I was able to garner were these enigmatic instructions. Seek the heart of the rainbow, eat the god's flesh, and follow the coral path. I must ask you to decipher this enigma, find Pax Clank, and convince them to construct the climber. Remind Pax of the debt they owe us. It strikes me as likely for this rainbow to refer to the rainbow wood where Clank's kin consort, so I suggest you start there. Oh joy. What? I really don't want to do this. I will find Pax Clank, I suppose. As I had hoped, disciple. First, speak with Q-Girl. She'll hand over her design. I await your return. Alright. Can I trade with you? Just got honey. As bears do. I really wished I didn't have to go to the Rainbow Wood. You're going to see why. Very soon. Okay, don't run away. Need to talk with you. Boratrum asked me to deliver your blueprints to Pax Clank. Okay, got the designs. Okay, now what would be the most efficient way to go about this? See, technically, the Rainbow Wood would be closest to Joppa, actually. Let's jump back. Wait, can't use the recoiler with hostiles nearby? But I don't have hostiles nearby. I thought we found them all. Something's going on here. Let's try it from here. Alright, I'm not gonna question that. So, you see this splotch of color right here in the jungle? This is the Rainbow Wood. And what's really annoying about this place is that you can't traverse it on the world map. So if I just move from here and try to step foot in here, I will immediately get lost. So it's at the middle. That should be this place right here, because that's the only one that looks different from the others. So I suppose I could come in from the north or the south and just move in a straight line if I can. Let's try going with that. Let's just drop in, see what we found. He gonna return here someday. Roasted boar. That's gonna be a goat folk village. Yep. Alright, so now the moment I move up here, you lose your weight beneath a dense canopy of spores. As you can see, now comes the real annoying part of having to navigate without a map. You see, I regain my bearings fast enough. But it doesn't really mean a thing. The moment I try to go back to the world map, I get confused and lost again. Gonna keep flying over these puddles. See, this is primordial soup.
What do you mean there's only soup?
And the moment some other liquid touches it, starts spawning slimes. Oh, look at that. I arrived without trouble. That's a first. Okay, what is this? An elk cattle. Its aspect imbued with fluorescent coral, this mushroom catches your eye like no other. Good knows no such hue, and so you ask yourself, what sort of radiant rain dyed its flesh? Could it be an iota of the eaters themselves, mummified in the soil of the rainbow wood? There's some human remains over there. And I'm going to assume that consuming the flesh of gods would mean one of these mushrooms. You harvest an eater's flesh from the east. Okay, so that is what it was. Up. There it is, you see. It's called the mono sludge. Because the primordial soup is tainted by only one other liquid. So this place is going to keep spawning them. That's gonna be a little annoying. And because they spit the liquid they're made of, in this case it's cider, I really need to be careful where I am position-wise. I do not think there is ever an end to these. Let's get the boys out and running. Perhaps they can distract them. And actually I'm gonna pop with a future sight, because I do not know what's gonna happen here. Let's see. Where is that mushroom? Eater's flesh. Let's try eating one. Okay, now I'm tripping balls. And there is a way. Okay, nothing harmful seems to be going on here, so... Oh, goddammit, there's another one. So, I suppose I should follow the road, right? The coral path. Yeah, follow the coral path. I can do that. And the level up. Ha! Got an achievement for killing a dry sludge. That's also one thing you need to be careful with in the Rainbow Woods. Because the more liquids get mixed with primordial soup, the bigger and stronger these sludges are going to become. Now, the last time I was here, about 5 levels earlier, something like that, I could barely scratch duo sludges. Okay, there's stairs down. I don't think we're going to need that. I am confused. And I do not know why. Let's see how fast I can sprint. Okay. How do I get out of this? If I pop the bubble, that pushes them away, gives me a little breathing room. Okay, I am currently stuck because I'm covered in molten wax. Oh, I wasn't even looking at this. So I have minus 60 quickness right now. That's why I can't run away so fast. Okay, what I need at this point is healing. Wait, a turn or two. Okay. Now get the clones. And keep going. And just hope that they can hold them off for long enough. Actually gonna eat a shroom. Anything can happen at this point. Okay, you gotta go. Don't want to have all these liquids here. Let's fly over the puddles. Okay, does it go up? Yes, it does. Okay, salt weep. Right in the soup. I do not like that. I really do not like that. Okay, so this should be your house, right? Okay, please don't get hurt by the acid. Okay, you hunt the sludges too. That is very good to know. Okay, they hit pretty hard. Got me dazed. And I'm actually getting covered in salt, which increases my thirst. Yeah. Where did the guy go? Okay, there he is. Clank puff at you? Excuse me? Clank puff at you. Okay, so apparently being a mushroom doesn't make you intelligent. I'm here to collect the dead for the Baratrumites. Prickles? Clank Miss Prickles. Okay, well, you can repay the debt now. Baratrum wants you to build something. A climber. He says only you can do it. Clank cared little for that. Bitch, that's exactly why I'm here. You owe Baratrum. He needs your help. Clank puff on that. Anything I can do to change your mind? Clank puff on you. You already said that before. Clank puff on you. You host Clank. You spread Clank for Clank. Then your Clank shrivels away. Clank puff on you, then Clank build a jalopy. Alright, so we are willingly getting infected with a weird mushroom guy. Fine, I guess. Okay, so choose a limb to be infected. I guess it's gonna work like a normal fungal infection, so we're not gonna be able to use that part. And if that is the case, let's go with an arm slot. You gain the activated ability buff Spores. You contracted Clank on your right arm. Okay, new quest. Spread Clank around Kud in 4 ways of your choosing. Ugh, I completely agree. He takes the blueprints. Okay, this was fucking trippy. And I have him right here. Tapered lobes of cross-dimensional fungus flesh tap a center growth to the sequence of the prime numbers. Inside, spore lives readies for buffing. Well, at least he gives +1 intelligence and 1 armor, so that's a thing, I guess. So, now what do I do? Okay, need to return to Grid Gate for that quest. Okay, so I have to choose 4 of these. Spread him onto another Flamebeard corpse. I don't think I've ever encountered one of those. Or go down to at least 20 levels. Or puff around Joppa, the Rusted Archway. Puff on a sentient member of the Crabs faction. I suppose it means like a legendary or something. Or spread him onto some ash-stained robes. That shouldn't be too hard to find. I think Snapjaws sometimes have those. I cannot recoil because enemies are around. So I have to leave back the way I came. It said puff spores around Joppa. Does it mean? Indeed. Looks like it. Now, if I step into these spores, am I gonna get infected? Not right now, it looks like. I can go to the Rusted Archway. Never found any legendary crabs. Okay, I suppose it's going to be around until I finish. I guess we just have to see how that works out for us. But for now, let's continue. Not you, but I talk with Baratrum himself. Yeah, I convinced Baxclank to construct the climber. What welcome news, disciple. Please take this as a token of my gratitude. I am now loved by the Baratrumites. And I received the quantum mote. The flywheel of our scheme is spinning. but we must keep our paws on the treadle. Are you ready to learn what comes next? I suppose I do. Unless it immediately triggers another Templar attack. The climber design relies on the use of electromagnets to interface with the planet's magnetic field and generate torque. Unfortunately, the spindle generates its own interfering field, perhaps as a mechanism to prevent unwanted ascension. Our aim is to access the spindle's control unit and disable the field. How we accomplish this, however, is an enigma. From disparate bits across the archives of the Digitum, Reshkigal has stitched together a cryptic but instructional brocade. She's learned the field can be turned off from a place called Bright Sheol, located in the Thin World and accessible only through Reshef's tomb inside the Tomb of the Eaters. Strange this and imprecise, but as thinkers we know, a crude blueprint is better than no blueprint. You must return to Omon Porch and enter the Tomb of the Eaters. Once inside, trace the errant paths cut into the mausoleum by robbers and vandals, and ascend to Reshef's burial chamber. As for gaining entrance to the tomb, Reshef sealed the gates 1,000 years ago, but there's a flaw in the seal. The ancient mark of death has been lost to time, but if you were to recover it and incise the mark on your body, the death gate would open for you, as it did for countless Eater cadavers in the long blurred past. Recover the mark of death, Ibas, enter the tomb, and cross into Bright Sheol. Place your paws once again on the dial and drum. I guess I will enter the Tomb of Eaters. As I'd hoped you would, Ibas. Take this disc with the signal encoded, just in case, and take this tattoo gun for when you recover the mark of death. You'll want to bring a pickaxe too, or some other instrument for digging through stone. And beware, the tomb is a vast and ancient space, and sacred to many. I cannot speak to what you will experience there. Alright, I have a tattoo gun now. What is this quantum mode? Extra resists. +1 to saves. Unfortunately, I value my move speed and carry capacity, and +2 mental armor. Way more than this one. So, I guess I'm gonna leave it here. Next time, I'm gonna use the tattoo gun. Start journeying into the Tomb of the Eaters. Until then, have a good day.